All right, I got this question. What is the solution set of the square root of 2x plus 1 equals 1? So I want to solve for x here, right? So I got 2x plus 1 equals 1. And in order to solve for x, I need to get rid of the square root, right? So I will just I will square both of them, right? That's one way. It's the only way to cancel the root here. So we'll have 2x plus 1 equals 1 square will be equal to 1. And then I will get rid of 1 both sides here. So we'll get 2x equals 0, right? Equals 0. And the next step is I need to cancel the 2 because I'm looking for x, right? 0 over 2 will be 0, and x will be equal to 0. And this is going to be the solution. And so we have it here. The C will be the correct answer. The C will be the correct answer. I got this question here. Torvald uses an equation to produce the following table of ordered pairs, right? So we have this table with ordered pairs here. We got -2, -7, 0, -3, 2, 1, and 4, 5. And the question is, which equation describe this list, right? Well, one way to do it, you can just like pick 2 points and plug them here in those equations and see which one. But I would like to solve it. I would like, make sure how can I get the slope from here. First of all, I do have the y-intercepts, which is right here. That's one way to answer the question very quickly here, right? So we have the y-intercept. This is called the y-intercept, right? That's the y-intercept. And the y-intercept always when we have x equals 0. That's exactly what we have. So we can see which one has a y-intercept with -3. A has no y-intercept at all because this is plus 0. The y-intercept of B is 4. The y-intercept of D is 0 also. So the only equation has y-intercept -3 is this. So the answer will be C. That's one way. This is the quickest way to solve this question. Well, another way, which is also we can identify the slope from this 2 point right here, okay? And you don't have to do it, by the way. You don't have to do it because we answered the question, which is C, because that's only why you have -3. And let's suppose you want to know also the slope, right? You want to know the slope. So let's suppose I got this 2 point here. I got -2 and -7 and 0 and -3. Remember, the slope must be 2, right? We're supposed to get 2 in the slope here, right? So it's going to be, so the slope, m, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And in this case, it's going to be -7 minus -3 over -2 minus 0. And that would be -7. Remember, negative with negative, that would be positive, right? Negative times negative will be positive. It's going to be positive plus 3, okay? Here we have -2, and -7 plus 3 would be -4 over -2, negative over negative. All right, negative over negative is positive, and the answer will be 2, right? However, we don't have to do this. We don't have to solve for, to find the slope because we just got it through the y-intercept. It shows that the y-intercept is -3. All right, so I got this question. The diagram below shows the placement of ladder against Sherry's house. And we got this triangle, as you can see, is right triangle. The ladder needs to lean against the house at a height of 24 feet. How far should Sherry place the base of the ladder from her house, right? And so we're looking for, let's name this one as x. So we're looking for x right here. And since we have right triangle, we can use Pythagorean theorem. It says Pythagorean theorem is if we have, in this case, x squared plus 24 squared equals 25 squared, right? So, 24 squared will be 576, will be, one second, let me erase this. Okay, will be 5 right? 576 equals 625. This 25 square will be 625. And so next step, we need to get rid of 576. We're going to subtract 576 from both sides. So we're going to have x squared 625 take away 576 will be 49. And so x will be this plus or minus the square root of 49. And square root of 49 is 7. So we got two answers here. We got x equals -7 or x equals 7. We need to pick one answer. Since the distance is always positive, so x will be 7, and we're going to delete the -7. So the answer is going to be 7, which is going to be B, All right, so got this question here. The table below present the number of paintings, right? Y that Jordan completed in X years. So, which equation describes the relationship between the number of paintings and the year, right? One way to do it, we can just like pick 2 points here. Like for example, 1 and 4, 1 and 4, and 2 and 7. And can just like plug them in those equations here, and I can find the correct answer, right? But I would love to, answer it really in a traditional way, which is we solve for, in order to get an equation of line, we need two things, right? In order to find the equation of line, we need two things. So the equation of line, it always looks y equals mx plus b, right? We need two things to find the equation of line. We need the slope, which is m, and we need the y-intercept, which is b. So let's find the slope for this, by using this point here. I got like x1, y1, and let's call this one as x2, y2. We know that slope, which is m, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? And so y2, we have like 7 minus 4 over 2 minus 1. So 7 take away 4 would be 3 over 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And the answer, m, is 3, right? Well, process of elimination. We're going to eliminate a and d. Why? Because the slope of a is 1 and the slope of d is 4. So we have a slope is 3. So it's going to be either b or c. Now next step, now I have now the slope. So I have the equation now, which is going to be y equals 3x plus b. I need to find the b here. I need to find the slope. I mean the y-intercept, right? So I can choose any point, right? Let's choose, for example, 1 and 4. So let's choose, for example, right? Let's choose 1.1 and 4, right? So we're going to substitute y by 4 and x by 1 in order to get b, right? So we got, so y will be 4 equals 3, and x will be 1, right? Plus b. So 4 equals 3 plus b. And in order to solve for b, I need to subtract 3 from both sides. So I will subtract 3 from both sides here. And I will get 4 minus 3 will be 1, equals b, right? So b will be 1. So we're just going to substitute b by, 1, right? So in this case, our equation will be y equals 3x plus 1. And we can see it here, which is going to be b as the correct answer.